As Russia intensifies its attack on Ukraine, it's time to see some of the haunting images that have convulsed the whole world. A video released by Russian Defense Ministry shows a group of Ka-52 and Mi-24 attack helicopters firing at an airfield and landing troops in a bid to capture the airfield. Mykolaiv, the southern city of Ukraine, is in ruins. Images on your screen show rescuers and doctors trying to save a little girl who was under the rubble after a rocket attack on a military base. In Donetsk region of Ukraine, anti-tank missile system of Ukrainian paratroopers effectively destroyed the Russian military. Images on your screen show the massive explosion after the attack. The next defining image on your screen shows the destruction of buildings in the southeastern region of Ukraine, Mariupol. The drone images capture the mass destruction of several high-rise buildings, bird's-eye view of residential buildings damaged by shelling and long traffic jams on the way out of the city. To understand the gravity of Russian attacks on Kyiv residential areas, the drone images on your screen show mass destruction, buildings destroyed, cars damaged, life has come to a complete standstill. On the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv, a residential building has been reduced to rubble. Images on your screen show firefighters taking stock of the damage. According to Ukraine's media, 1 person was killed and 11 were wounded in the attack. A shell hit a residential building in the eastern Ukrainian city of Donetsk, controlled by Russian-backed separatists. According to locals, at least 4 people were killed and dozens got injured. Images on your screen show the aftermath of the attack. Bodies lying on the ground, cars destroyed, buildings damaged. A Ukrainian baby sobs and puts up a fight as his father tries to hug him and say goodbye. The father, a Ukrainian police officer, had to stay in the country as his family fled Irpin. While shelling intensified in the capital city Kyiv, a mother covered her 1-month-old daughter with her body and saved her. The woman herself sustained multiple shrapnel wounds while the child remained unharmed. The family was taken to a hospital where the woman and her husband were operated upon. Russia continues to target residential areas in the capital city Kyiv. On your screen is a drone image from Friday of a shelled building. The entire building has been damaged and charred due to heavy shelling. Heavy shelling continues to wreak havoc in Kyiv. On your screen are images from Friday of a massive fire that broke out at a depot after Russia attacked residential areas. Firefighters can be seen trying to extinguish the blaze from a safe distance due to the risk of projectile explosion. Fire rips through the main market in Kharkiv after a bomb attack by Russian troops on Friday. The sky of the city is black with clouds of smoke from the burning buildings. However, firefighters can be seen trying to douse the fire. No casualties have been confirmed. Russia continues to rain missiles on capital city Kyiv, including residential areas on Friday. At least 1 person was killed and 3 wounded after a missile hit a residential building in Kyiv. Visuals on your screen show a woman crying right next to the body of her loved one. Shattering, numb, and devastating. Ukraine's right-wing extremist forces Azov battalion released footage on Wednesday showing a tank marked Z being bombed by them. The video on your screen shows the tank coming under fire and a man is seen escaping from the tank. The video is said to be from the eastern Ukrainian city of Mariupol. Russian airstrikes have devastated the Ukrainian city of Mariupol. The images on your screen from Friday show the aftermath of the Russian attacks, damaged and destroyed buildings. The havoc is completely visible. According to Ukrainian media, 90% of buildings in Mariupol are destroyed. Russia continues to rain on the capital city of Kyiv. The images on your screen from Friday show fumes coming out of a house. It can be seen kilometers away from the site. The image is said to be from Kyiv. One of the worst hit cities of Mariupol hit by bombardments and shellings. Drone footage from Friday captures queues of cars as civilians try to leave the besieged city of Mariupol in eastern Ukraine. Civilians continue to face destruction as Russia targets Ukrainians by bombing residential complexes. Images of horror on your screen from Friday. The occupiers shelled a residential area of Vyshgorod city, resulting in buildings and vehicles gutted in fire. Several shops are also set ablaze. Smoke can be seen coming from shops and buildings.
Подола хата горить.
As residents in Kherson city of Ukraine refuse handouts given by Russian military personnel. The incident caught on camera from Friday shows residents not willing to accept relief aid from the Russian army. Russian missiles struck an area near the airport of Ukraine's western city of Lviv on Friday. You can see black smoke rising from a factory building. According to reports, the plant has been shut down and there are no casualties reported from the strikes. Three people were killed and 5 wounded after shelling caused a fire at a market in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv on Thursday. The images on your screen show the extent of destruction after heavy shelling by Russian troops. You can see fire all over, plumes of smoke and charred vehicles. Ukraine continues to fight back. On your screen is, in fact, there are wrecked parts of a crashed Russian aircraft from Thursday, which was shot down by the Ukrainian troops in Mykolaiv. No confirmation of belongings of the pilot. Devastating scenes at the last hospital in Mariupol from Thursday. The lone hospital standing as all others were bombed out by Russia. You can see bodies piled up all over the place. The dead include large number of infants and women. Russian troops dropped a powerful bomb on a theatre in the encircled Ukrainian port city of Mariupol on Thursday. According to reports, more than 1,000, including women and children, were taking shelter there. Overnight shelling wreaks havoc in Kharkiv on Thursday. Images on your screen show you the moment when the city was attacked by the Russian forces. You can see buildings and shops on fire. Huge plumes of smoke can also be seen.
Вот, блядь, смотрите, пидорасы, блядь. Сука, мы придем по вашей душе, блядь.
Ukrainian media released a video on Wednesday claiming Russian troops opened fire on people who were standing in line for bread in the Ukrainian city of Chernihiv. The video on your screen shows bodies lying on the ground. Ukraine's media has claimed at least 10 people were killed in the incident. India Today independently cannot verify the video. The Russian Defense Ministry released a video on Wednesday. It shows armored vehicles, tanks and other military equipment, including foreign-made anti-tank rocket launchers allegedly captured by the Russian troops. These images are from the capital city Kyiv from Thursday. Ukrainian people are getting rescued after Russian troops attacked a residential area. According to reports, 1 person died in the attack and 3 were injured. The Emergency Services Department managed to evacuate 30 people from the building that was shelled by the Russian forces. The Russian Defense Ministry shared a video of an airstrike on a Ukrainian missile and artillery warehouse on Wednesday. According to Moscow, the airstrike was carried out by a high-precision missile system of the Russian armed forces. The warehouse was completely destroyed. Non-stop shelling has completely devastated separatist-controlled town Makivka in Ukraine on Thursday. The images on your screen show the aftermath of attacks, damaged cars, destroyed vehicles, broken windows. Life has come to a standstill. The video on your screen has been released by Ukraine forces on Thursday. It shows broken and abandoned equipment of the Russian forces in Kyiv suburbs Bucha. Ukraine has claimed that Russian troops used residential buildings as shelter. Images on your screen are from the capital city of Kyiv from Thursday, where 21 babies born to surrogates are being kept safe in a basement. Nurses are taking care of the babies because the fighting has made it impossible for their parents to reach them. From toddlers to children to elderly people, war has spared no one. Russia continues to target civilians. The image on your screen is from Mariupol on Wednesday. You can see a Russian tank firing at a civilian. According to reports, invaders pounded on residential areas of the besieged city. Another horrific video exposes Russia. Images on your screen from Wednesday show invaders shooting down a civilian who raised his hands up while trying to flee the capital city, Kyiv. Reports claim the man was trying to evacuate from the war-torn country before Russian troops mercilessly killed him. Ukraine released a video on Wednesday of attacking Russian forces from an armored vehicle. The video on your screen shows Russian armored personnel, carrier and forces being fired at from the vehicle, as seen on a monitor inside the vehicle. Russian Defense Ministry has released a video on Wednesday. On Tuesday, the clip shows Russian soldiers inspecting and collecting weapons allegedly taken from Ukrainian forces. Russia says weapons were captured in the capital city, Kyiv. A weapons factory in Kyiv is heavily damaged in a Russian attack. The video on your screen shows heavily damaged factory. Outside the factory, shopkeepers and helpers were seen sweeping glass and other debris from the impact of the explosions. To understand the gravity of the Ukraine war, just take a look at the visuals on your screen. A couple is seen crying after their building was bombed by Russian forces, completely devastated as an uncertain future is staring at them. Over 3 weeks into the war, frustrated and furious Putin has now started bombing residential buildings in Kyiv. At least 3 people were killed in the attack, while dozens of civilians got injured. Footage released by Ukrainian military shows the aftermath of Russian strikes on Oktyarka city of Ukraine. Video shows how a residential building has turned into rubble after non-stop bombardment from Russian forces. Russian Defense Ministry released a video on Tuesday to show destroyed and abandoned military vehicles in Ukraine's Kherson region. The video on your screen shows destroyed armored vehicles and tanks. Russian assault on Ukraine continues, and it is the capital city, Kyiv, that is under attack. Russia has stepped up its offensive in Kyiv. These images are on your screen, in fact, from a residential block inside Kyiv, which was bombed. Huge plumes of smoke were seen coming out of this building. Russian missiles hit residential buildings in the center of Ukrainian Kyiv capital, painting a totally devastating picture of buildings and homes collapse. Videos show the residential complexes being charred after missiles attack. It's raining missiles and airstrikes even in the second largest city of Ukraine. These visuals are of the aftermath of airstrikes at night in Kharkiv. Fire erupts as airstrikes rain in the city. Horror arrives in Ukraine cities as Russia continues to up its assault. In an absolutely heart-wrenching event, the image on your screen is of Russian army tanks who are having fun by shelling residential complex in the small town of Volnovakha in Ukraine. Amid non-stop heavy shelling, Russian invaders destroyed the city of Velika Demerka, leaving it in ruins. Shelling continued in the region, and horror of shelling a bus stop where Ukrainian civilians were staying is captured on camera. The Russian assault continues to become uglier, with now residential complexes becoming a main target of missile attacks. This on your screens is the aftermath of destruction caused by heavy shelling inside the city, tearing everything apart, while relief work is also being carried out. Large plumes of smoke emerged from a site of Chugwev in Ukrainian city of Kharkiv Oblast, where rockets were launched by Russian occupiers.